Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we got declared war upon by our southwestern neighbor over here. And then, of course, we've been fighting against some of the aliens up here. I mean, oh, hold on a minute. These can't go through there, but we can send in the infantry at least in here. And this could maybe go a little bit further north then. Well, I guess we can send this one out elsewhere. Maybe we could go up here to figure out what's causing issues there, or try to go around the mountains. That's also a possibility. We'll just probably go through there. Right, but this is still the same round as we got declared war upon, but let's have a quick look at our... Ooh, we did lose quite a bit of money there. Well, that's unfortunate, to say the least. Of course, we probably did hire a lot more workers and all that, which no doubt is having at least some sort of an impact there. How good relations do we have with Raconis? We've got 68. Alright, do we have actually any of the plea of friendship? We do, actually, a lot. Ah, right. I'm going to do a plea of friendship to Etinian commune. There we go, so our relations with them are probably pretty high by now. Yeah, we are 100. I do actually wonder, would there be any... We could send in an embassy. Difficulty is a bit high there, so maybe not. Friendship pact. Ah, we need to have a non-aggression pact with them. Can we propose a non-aggression pact then? We could, but difficulty is 999. Well, that doesn't sound very likely then. At least we got good relations with them already. So I think we'll head into the next round. We'll see how much enemy troops will need to start fighting soon enough. I mean, we've got okay troops. I think we at least lead them in terms of total tech, but of course they might have focused a lot more on the military techs than what we have. So we will see how it goes. But again, they need to go through mountains, so they will have a bit of supply issues regardless. Unless they build a road with them, which is going to be pretty expensive, and then if they do, we're going to attack along that road and, you know, get to their territory. I mean, we'd have to connect to their road first, but that's not impossible. Oh, I just realized I may have forgotten to move some of the troops on the southeastern front there, or the sort of area south of the Unsung Island. Ah, the contract is expiring. Good to know. There we go, we got private assets mission done, and we discovered water purification. I don't think we need to worry about that one, to be fair. Ah, and we completed the RPG research. And Thunderbird has been completed. And now we can do medium aircraft 1 engine. And we've got some more cards. Right, let's have a look at the decisions. Incident with discipline. Oh, the government of Unsung is in pretty bad shape, so I'm going to support the leader's action. There's a decent bit of unrest, but, you know, I'm sure that that will go down over time. We could actually try to get more production, or more efficiency. You know what? Yeah, we'll try to get some more money through that. Air Force Research Council, I'm not going to do any changes there. The military, we could get the rocketry already, or we could go for the combat armor. We'll go for the combat armor, actually. And then we could design... We could already go for the medium aircraft. I don't know if that's going to be the best, though, because the techs that we have aren't all that great. But it could be... Oh, we could maybe even try with light aircraft, get some sort of interceptor. Or let's actually design the bazooka unit. We'll go with the RPG, so that is double the firepower. It's a bit more expensive to make in terms of industrial points, and it uses more ammo. But beyond that, it's not too bad. We'll go for the Pata Envire suit, which is the best that we have right now. Oh, Etinian commune proposes we actually open embassies. Sure. I had no qualms with that. Right, let's have a look at the battles then. There was no battles, alright. Well, in that case, let's... check whether... Oh, they're moving around us there. Just figuring out where exactly all the movement happens. Like, how much of it is, in fact, our neighbor causing issues? Seemingly none of it. They do control a little bit there. We do know that they have quite a bit of roads in here overall. That could be a problem. So there was a bit of movement there, but let's go ahead and raise up another... army, or a brigade, I suppose. How much would a corps cost us, actually? Oh, a lot. a lot of manpower as well, so we'll just probably hold on to the brigades for the time being. So I think what we're going to do is we'll go for the Heavy Machine Gun Infantry 2 Brigade. It's a bit of slow units, because, you know, they've got the guns and all that. But at the same time, that is going to be a lot more troops. Speaking of more troops, we should probably have these move along the road here. I noticed that the enemy moved through there, so we'll need to do a bit of catching up with these troops. We can send in our... Is this the... Right, this is the bikers. I was going to move them there, but I guess right now it's more important to block the path here. There is a lot of salamanders in there. Which I'm going to pull that one back on the other side of the river. So we've got at least a solid front line there. For now. And are these... These are part of... They are actually part of that corps. I'm going to send in the artillery through here. And then maybe I'll send at least one of these along there. Maybe we can have someone at least help defend here. And then there's a lot of sea worms in here. Capture a little bit of that area. We can't move any further than that, though. Send in the recon down this way. We'll keep that one defending the town, as well as over here. So maybe now that we're getting the road through, of course we don't have the points to actually build the road all the way through right now. We maybe send the artillery in here for now, and then they should be able to reach down to this region quickly enough. We had a bit of combat in here, not this round, but the previous round, but there's not too much happening there right this moment. So how's Ansang doing in his resources? They got good production of food already. Fuel is something that they still need a bit. Oh, right, and that reminds me, the deal with the maritime trade houses are expiring in it. So, we could extend that further. I'm going to take at least 3 more rounds in there. And then, I suppose after that, what we could do is just rely on the air bridge. I mean, what we'll need to do is we'll probably need to transfer a lot of stuff in from the headquarters. We'll may need to stop sending the fuel back from there. But, like, if we were to transport... How much can we... Oh, we can actually transport quite a bit. Let's go ahead and transport, like, 100 fuel. Then we'll need to go ahead and call the governor for the inventory. And what we'll say is block sending fuel. Is there anything else? I mean, maybe block sending ammo as well, so we can stockpile that if need be. Water is fine, and everything else is probably just fine. Yeah, we'll confirm those orders. But now we'll have at least a bit of a stockpile in here, which will last us for, I don't know, 20 rounds or so. So we don't really need to extend the contract for too long, or too much further. Did we have the airfield over here upgraded? No. So we can't actually build the light aircraft yet. Let's actually have a quick look at the air unit itself. So that was in... Oh, is it air this? Hold on a minute. Aha, right. That's an ultralight aircraft with 100 kilos, and then we got the Thunderbird. So why is the range 10 hexes? Okay, that's actually pretty decent. So in theory, we could perhaps even get the air bridge from here to there. I mean, that is like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we don't have the airfield over here large enough to actually support all of that. But we've got some of the workers in here now. So I'm pretty sure that unsung... Well, I mean, there's a bit of unrest as well, which is not great. Let's have a look at it. Is there any stratagems that I could do for the leader itself to... Oh, I could... There's a reason this is impossible. Okay. We're trying to give a bonus. For Hero of the Nation. Nope. Can't do that one either. Okay. So there's something afoot in here, I guess. We did also get the reinforcements in here now, so we should be able to get up to the river. Still don't have intel on the enemy unit in there, though. It's a bit of a shame. We don't actually have any tanks here, though. Or artillery, rather, not tanks. So that is also a bit of an issue. Speaking of tanks, though, the sea worms over here, I mean, they've got okay attack. How much of a damage... oh, pretty decent defense in here, although the soft defense isn't all that massive. But that's something to keep in mind, but we could potentially... Oh, actually, what we could do is we could start doing some range attack here. There's a few hits, at least. Don't know if we'll actually destroy any, but, you know, if we can at least damage them, that's already good. Or rather, hit them reliably. We did move... Actually, no, we didn't move all of these yet. We could maybe, just maybe, go ahead and contract the road a little bit further. I know that it's not exactly the best location right now. I suppose what we could also do is start constructing the truck depot over here, or truck station rather over here, because that's a supply base over there. I mean, it's a bit of a long distance to there, but at least that's going to allow the supplies to move through here slightly further. And then over here we've got a little bit more radius. There's a bit of enemy troops there that we can see. Clear out a bit more of that. And I suppose this one could move forward. We'll send the militia into a different area, and these heavy infantry, or heavy machine gun infantry, can sort of hold on to the front here and slowly move forward. We also got the recon unit over here, which was supposed to go on to the northern side of the mountains and sort of go through here and try to cut off anything that might be here. Of course, eventually once we build a road through the mountains here, then we could, technically speaking, have brought in the recon through there, but it's just not built yet. Right, so how's Ansang doing in terms of... so we've got 200 population, and we need more public workers in there. So I suppose what I could do is I could still colonize in there, send in another 200 workers. So that's going to hopefully be enough to keep the farm working at decent speed. I mean, it's probably overproducing right now, but yeah, getting the airbase operational slightly better would be quite handy. But let's head to the next round, shall we? So far, the war is quite cold against our neighbor, but I'm sure that it will pick up some speed eventually in the not-too-distant future, which is part of the reason why we are going to be sending the new corps that we just got. Or a new brigade. I keep calling it a corps, but the new brigade that we just got towards the front line up there near the mountains, so we can at least have some troops to stop the enemy advance and maybe deal a bit of damage back. No, we're under attack over here again. Oh, we did destroy another... Okay, so it seems like it's in the middle hex over there. Well, let's have a look at the decisions. Incident concerning safety regulations. That's Governor Spockemania. We've got pretty good relations with you, so we can probably just reverse your decision. Staff Council priorities to discover... Yeah, no, I think these are mostly fine. Customization points are quite important. Although, I suppose right now... Well, yeah, no, that's probably good enough.
Copy that.
Alliance review. So, Zora Deep occupies 30% of Government Director and Supreme Headquarters Commander positions. Requires that they occupy 40%. But we don't... Yeah, no, all is well, all is well. Oh. Okay, well, we don't have money to do the bit over there at Lima Main.
Yes, sir.
A new commander. Ooh, that's got a bit of suitability at least. I guess we'll send that one in. Right, so I guess this one should be empty. Oh. Okay, there was the enemy over here. There's long frogs, okay. Well, actually, what we could do is now do a range attack now that we spotted them. No damage though, so I'm guessing these are actually quite strong, are they? Relatively, yeah. Alright then, well that could cause a bit of issues. They have started taking a little bit of territory. Oh, actually no, I think... Actually, yeah, no, they have taken a bit of the territory in there, so they are sending their troops in now. Let's go ahead and take at least the headquarters. So this is the 7th Heavy Machine Gun Infantry Brigade. I shall move this to Spockemania. Actually, I suppose I could have a look at how many units can I move from there to the area. We could maybe have these... Well, one over there. Ooh, that already reduces the supply through there a little bit. It's not too bad yet. So we can probably keep on going. Bring another one over here. So that causes... Okay, so that entire thing is already below, I think, 70% or something. It could be 75%. Regardless, it's not necessarily the best. We could maybe send in... Well, you know what? We'll have the rest of these move on foot for now. Which isn't all that far, admittedly. But at least they can help a little bit. I suppose there might still be something in there. I don't think it's the long frogs that have been fighting us. So there might be 2 units in here total. So that one arrived at least in the vicinity of the front line. We can maybe push through here. So they've... Well, they are at the oil over there. Let's go ahead and drop a bit of a range attack there. Maybe we can get a hit or two. Admittedly, no guarantees. Seems like, well, we've got some hits, but no kills. So it's not enough. There is an enemy over there. I'm going to pull this one back a little bit, though. For now, and then we're going to utilize those as a group. I think I'm going to still send this one in here. Seems like the enemy might be trying to get through here. Technically speaking, that should be empty, so we can have the artillery there. Go ahead and send the first one over there. So, yeah, it's most likely in that location. We're going to capture a little bit of that area. So we know that there's enemy there, but we can't see it yet. So we need to send in some sort of recon down that way. How is the supply situation in Ansang right now? We've got plenty of food. We are actually making more food than we are consuming, which is always nice. Got plenty of water, of course. We got a decent bit of fuel. And how's the constructions working? So they're mostly working. Might need a little bit more. Ah, right. We don't have good relations with the governor, so that is reducing some of the stuff. Could we now, this time around, try sending the hero of the nation? Nope. Wait, hold on a minute. Target? Oh no, Unsung. Ah, there we go. It may have been trying to select the wrong thing. There we go, now we're back at 80%. So that should provide a little bit more stuff in there then. We've got some metal. We could definitely use a bit more, and also I think we are going to need a bit more ammunition. So let's go ahead and do a quick trip to the workshop. Get another 400 ammo. And then I suppose... Well, we did start working on the trucks station over there. I guess what we could do in the meanwhile is get the dirt road up to there. Oh, we need 640. Never mind. I guess we won't build that then. Let's send this one around in the meanwhile. Capture a bit more of the mountains there. There seems to be some enemies in here. I don't think they are going to be a threat right now, but in the future, perhaps. We did also have the militia over here that we could maybe send along the road. And then this one can move in. So for the time being, I think we are actually in a pretty decent situation. That seems like there's no supplies in there though, so we're not going to enter that one quite yet. And over here we at least dealt some damage to the long frogs. Actually, no, I don't think we killed any. But regardless, that's at least underway. We've got some troops arriving in here, so at least the front line over here, we will have some infantry. We also got the scouts over here, so that will provide some help. And we got the artillery in here. So I'm fairly confident that we can at least deal a decent bit of damage on them. How much exactly, though, remains to be seen. How is the food production over here now? So we're getting at least 684 in there. Producing well over 1,000. We do consume quite a bit, though, but there's quite a bit going out, which I suppose is actually a good thing. How's Spockomania doing in terms of, especially the private sector? So they still haven't built the farming dome community. There's a decent bit of private jobs there, but technically speaking, we could even put in something else. Like, they've got the commercial area. Do we have another zoo? By chance? No. Oh, we could do investor backing. Let's make sure that the target... Oh, right, that was announcing. Right, Spoken Mania.
Yes, sir.
1,900 credit. Okay, that's pretty decent. That's a good card. So I'm guessing our money is, yeah, it's still dropping. I guess what we could do is we could try selling something. Well, I mean, food we are gaining now a little bit, so we can maybe sell, I don't know, like a... Well, we can maybe sell like 500 total. That gives us 100 credits. How's the... Okay, rare earth metals are also quite valuable right now, so I can sell maybe 100. I don't want to sell too much, but a little bit here and there is fine. And then I suppose another thing that I could do real quick is get a little bit more machinery. So what are the research that we are doing right now? So we're getting the... Ah, right, we're working on communication techniques. I may need to have a look at the tech itself from there. Solar energy is already 24%, helicopter engine 25%, and combat armor is 7%. So that's the main three things that we're researching. Getting this physical storage could also be quite handy at times, especially in places like Ansang. If we need to stockpile a lot of stuff in there, in case we need to sort of let go of the deals that we have right now. Mainly like bringing the supplies there and all that, but that's mostly fine right now. We did bring in the core over here. Is that... Yeah, we did move all those troops, so I guess it is time to go to the next round then. They've definitely got a bit of spearhead approaching sort of south of the mountains there. Over here, not as much. And I have no idea what the entire quality... Oh, actually, we should have a look at the reports that we have next round. Just to, like, we've got some spies in there, no doubt, so we should be able to get at least a little bit of information. Oh, we got attacked over there, but we destroyed some dreamers. Oh. Oh, wait, no, that's the... Right. Ooh, metal deposits in Ansang. Yeah, right there. Well, I'll be... That's going to make Ansang a pretty strong location, actually, because it's going to have its own metal production. It has its own food production. With the food production, we can get a biofuel refinery in there, if need be. So, you know, it's going to be able to deliver pretty much anything that it needs. Once we build it up, of course, it's going to take a while. Right, so let's have a look at the battles real quick. And then we'll have a look at the recipe, or the reports, not the recipes. So there was a bit of combat in there. We had a combat in here. And then that was the air bridge. And let's have a look at the decisions. Militia learns from experience. Yes. Yes, sir. National budget. I think that is decent enough right now, so we'll just do no changes there. Motion that the number of leaders in our service goes from 31 to 34. Deadline is to turn 100. That'll be 8 rounds. Admittedly, the Maritime Trade House hasn't been offering... Oh, right. Timonian Republic, we've found some info. Who is the leading one in there right now? It is the Shining Doctrine School. We could give it like the Church Knights or the Holy Planet Army. Bit of information. Let's give it the Church Knights. Yes, don't know how much of an impact it's going to have, but it's a little bit. Oh, and spies in Bruderland have found info. Ah, right. Bruderland, was that the... Not the one over here, is it? No, that's Hochstein. So the Bruderland is the small one over here. Yeah, so who's their leader? The Orthodox Temple Order. You know, we are friendly with them, so I'm gonna give the leading party the information. Maybe that, I don't know if it improves relations, to be fair. So look at the own decisions. So minor worker strike in Ansang. We can give them some of their demands. And also in Spokomania, we could also give some of their demands there. I guess we'll accept the motion. We will need to hire some more people, but it's not going to be too bad. So we do know that they had a bit of troops movement in the south, but let's just first move these troops. Next week we'll probably at least send one of these as a strategic movement again. Go up to there at least. And then we're going to have it over here. Keep the metal area secure at least. Oh, and it moved through there. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. Ah, there we go. Let's go ahead and start with the ranged attack. I have no idea how good the anti-tank guns are going to be against these lizards, but we'll give it a try soon. Okay, we hit nothing, which is less than ideal. Go ahead and take both of the infantry on either side and attack. Okay, we're taking... Oh boy, we're taking hits. Although the anti-tank has got some hits, but yeah, we didn't kill anything. Oh boy. That was rough. Can we get there? Yeah, there we go. So we can at least get that. Let's have a look. How much replacement troops do we need? Definitely need more infantry. I think we'll get 400 because I'm sure that we'll need more sooner or later. And then get some machine... Oh, right, we're going to get the machine gun 3s now. Which have the better machine guns. Didn't at least lose any of the anti-tank guns, so that's good. So there goes that. Let's go ahead and start upgrading the airbase over here. To level 2. It's not too expensive. So that's going to allow us to then get the light aircraft built in there. We might not be able to use too much yet. But the idea is that we'll, you know, slowly probably upgrade the one in Ansang as well. And then we're going to switch the planes to be there. I mean, actually, if I look at the management, so the models, there's light armor. Oh, right, it's transporters, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Right, minimum airbase required is 2 to operate. And yeah, it's not really all that massive amount of transport, but I believe it is going to be the 7.5 weight like the smaller units. Solar energy already 30%, helicopter engine at 29. Right, we wanted to have a look at the reports, didn't we? So regimes, Simonis. Tech level is 4.87. What is our tech level? Okay, it's about the same. They're just slightly behind us in that. Let's have a quick look at the... So in somebody, there's a bit of a lack of workers. What about in Spokomania? There's a bit of extra population, not much though. I suppose what I could do is I could maybe start constructing the... Well, we could get a university, or we could just get a bureaucratic offices. It's going to take a little bit extra workers, which we don't have there yet, but we can at least get the bureaucracy going, and then work from there later on. We did move those. We did not move these yet. Go ahead and do a bit of range attack over here. Hopefully we can at least push them back, if nothing else. Ooh, there we go, we got a kill. Which isn't all that massive, but, you know, it's still... reducing the enemy strength a little bit. I might send in the infantry over here to help. If we could get the infantry on the mountains there, that might be a pretty decent location for it right now. That one's going to be staying over there as a bit of a reserve. And then this one's going to join into the front line. Go ahead and move these two in. Maybe send in the motorcycle. So is that... Right, that is a lot of salamanders there, that's for sure. Okay, so there's no one there. We could bring the artillery in here closer. It's one of these two, I don't know which one. Where the enemy is. I also know that there's something in there which we don't really have a lot of information about. I suppose that is as good as it can be right now. I suppose one of the things that I could do, so send in a bit of recon, or rather redeploy over there, the one with the artillery. So there's the siege infantry. If we could send it over here, maybe, just maybe, that will give us enough recon to spot the enemy troops there, and then we can start maybe just, you know, annihilating it little by little. Right, so the southern fronts we've already checked. Over here we've not really gotten the supplies. Oh, actually, one of the things that I could do is I could actually build a dirt road up to the mountain here now. So that's going to make the supply situation over here a lot better. Not necessarily insanely good, but it's still going to be improved. Pull that one back a little bit. Because there is an enemy in here. As part of the unknowns. And we're not too far off from that republic either. How much? Ah, right, so are these the... Well, no, okay, they're not the weakest. They're not the strongest either, but they're not the weakest enemy. I think, right, so we've got one over there. So I guess this one still... It should be within reach of these troops. We don't actually need to move that further. We do have a decent bit of extra colonists, though. I suppose I could send maybe at least some of that into Spokomania. Because right now I know that we're going to need a lot more. We definitely don't have enough population in here. So let's colonize, send in just workers. 400 of them. It might cause a bit of supply issues. Well, not really supply issues, but like a bit of strain on the logistics there. But that will be fine for the time being. So how is Ansang? Is the population... It hasn't increased naturally, at least. We do have a decent bit of workers, at least. And I suppose since we've got the private sector working as... Well, as much as it can, really. Commercially... Oh, right. These are not providing... Oh! There's a bit of damage to them. I suppose they are slowly repairing them. It might be that since we didn't have anyone to upkeep them or maintain them for a little bit, and that is the problem. So let's just quickly check it. So we did lose a decent bit of money. We did also sell things, I suppose, recently. That's the solar energy. If we have a look at the... Okay, it's about 6% per round. Well, that's not too shabby. And let's take a quick... Just a very quick look at the... Right, so the airbase, we started constructing that in Spike. In Somebody, we just got the truck station built. We started building recently. Spokomania has just started the bureaucratic office. And that's all the construction work that we're doing right now, at least ourselves. But let's get to the next round. Let's see what our neighbors are up to. Oh, they're pushing through the mountains now. Don't know how strong those units that they have in there are, but we'll probably figure that out next round, don't we? Oh, we got attacked there. We took a bit of casualties, admittedly, but at least we inflicted some casualties for the enemy. And there's some of the Dreamers over here, which we can't actually see right now. We know that they're in there because they keep attacking us. So we killed 500 infantry, lost 300 infantry and 20 motorized. And the contract is expiring. Ooh, heavy siege infantry army. Okay, so that would probably be a bit more artillery in that one. Investor backing. Okay, that could be quite handy. You know, a low supply. Get more leaders. Right, we do need to get more leaders, don't we? Alright, this one's a bit of low supply. Let's have a look. We don't really know much about the enemy unit in here. We send... Oh, there we go. Now it's rifle militia. How strong is that? It's militia. Right, so it's actually quite weak, isn't it? Let's send in the recon to punish them a bit. But we might have to take a bit of catalyst in here. It's definitely pushing us back. Oh, there we go. We got a kill at least. They're still held, but, you know, at least we got rid of one of the units. Send the troops there. But they can't just go around us as easily as they might think they would. Right, we've got another unit over here. And I also realized that we're quite a bit over time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.